Okay, cool. So, hello everyone. Lindsay and I are going to be co-leading this conversation. We still want to keep tonight really interactive because we have some really exciting topics because, okay, Christmas is this week. Some people are committed. Oh, barking dogs. Some people are already committed to starting their health challenge now, and I want everyone to start building in their mind this image of massive people beginning this coming next 2 weeks. And we have some exciting ways we can all promote that together. So tonight we're going to talk about Start Strong, the team challenge that we're inviting you to be a part of. You can always create your own challenges if you want. Don't ever feel like you have to take on a group challenge that we create. And we create these, and you're invited to take it on as your own, as if you created it yourself. So we'll talk about that. We'll talk about the art of promotion. Like how do you actually promote effectively, creating a buzz rather than just posting once in a while. And then we'll talk again about that Facebook Live we did introducing Leaders Rising and do a brief little bit about that. So Lindsay, do you want to, or I guess actually I was going to start kicking that off. So let's start with the Start Strong Challenge. It's going to be a lot of starts. And I want, before I say anything about it, I want you to just sit with that name. And I want to hear from all of you, what does Start Strong mean to you? When you just let that word sink into that phrase, and you imagine people start strong, what is there for you? What do you hear? It can be anything, because we want this to be created among all of us. Michael, go for it.
Yeah, I really hear an opportunity for people to, yes, start their 2017 strong, with their physical health, but more so a foundation for them to leap into whatever's next for them in their life. They have a solid ground with their health that's taken care of. All right, let's go after the big things, the important things, the things I've been putting off that I've always wanted to do.
Love that. Good. Who else? What else is there for anyone? Again, there's no perfect answer. This is among all of us. So what do you hear when you hear Start Strong?
Kathy?
You're muted.
I guess when I heard the dog bark, I thought I better mute so that in case mine would start barking. But anyway, I see Tanker. When I hear Start Strong, it's starting the new year with the idea that I am strong enough and I am going to accomplish whatever it is I set out to do.
Boom. Love that. Mic drop. Drew, are you unmuted?
Yes. Yeah, I just wanted to say, because it ties into our name, Stronger Together, when I think of Start Strong, I just immediately think that, we have this whole team here to support us, guys. We have this whole team to take on this challenge, whatever's there for you, whatever you're going to bump up against, we got you. And nothing but love coming from this team for everybody. So we can all do this.
Love it. Thank you. Brad, were you raising your hand? No?
I wasn't, but I'll share. I'll share kind of something that I was thinking about is, I think it's a beautiful thing that we can restart. This year is 2017. It's okay, so what is going to make this year better than next year? And it's we have this amazing opportunity. And so really, I think for me, it's really about creating that momentum. And that all really starts with me and my actions. So that's kind of something I'm focusing on this year.
Awesome. Yeah. Fresh start. Who else? Think about, I guess I'll share and then here's some more. For me, Start Strong, it's I'm creating it with myself and with other people that their health is not a separate area of life. It's actually a foundational pillar to whatever it is that they're up to.
Come on.
If they are up to starting a family, health. If they are up to, getting a new promotion is the foundation to that. If they're out dating, is the foundation to that. So I'm creating with people that start strong is not even just about their physical being. It is actually going to launch everything that they're up to.
Woo! Sorry. Woo! It's hot.
And so start strong is like that, like taking a stand for themselves, to have that foundation and really be thriving. Like I want everyone to achieve everything that they're setting their minds to in 2017. So I'm collapsing their health with everything they want. So what else? What else is there for you guys with Start Strong? And it's a good time to practice this here, guys, because this is what you can be creating with people. Because we're talking to people about beyond Isagenix. This was a big breakthrough I had in my enrollments was when I'm not even just talking about Isagenix, the product. I'm inviting them into a vision. I'm inviting them into a context. Context is decisive. People sign up because of a context. So this is a perfect time for you to practice really getting present to that and creating that with others.
Hi, this is Rachel and Tamara. And hi, guys.
Hi.
One of the things we were thinking about when we think about, this topic is around, starting strong is being like intentional, starting strong with your purpose, your intention, and then putting your attention on your intention. There you go.
Oh my goodness. Come on. That's it. Turn this call off.
That was good. Real good. I saw, Liz, were you going to share something?
Yeah. So I always find that I'm most successful in any project, anything that I put my mind to, when I really start with a plan and I start engaged, but it's also about the taking action. I am at fault oftentimes for planning to plan. I'm really good at planning, but it's the taking action that's important to get moving. And so starting strong to me really means taking those actions that are going to get me to that success point.
Love it. Maybe one more.
Oh, Hilda, was that your hand?
There you go. She's a yes.
Way to go, Erin. So when I just hear start strong, I don't know, I get really excited because I'm like, oh, we're going to start doing something and it's going to be powerful and it's going to be amazing. And for me, it's like, well, I got to have goals and like a clear path of how to do things and definitely have a support system because I tend to disappear and kind of do my own thing for a few days and then come back. And so it's like, okay, what do I need to really support myself so that I can support others? And for me, I really discovered today that it's really just connecting with my team. How are they doing? How are you feeling? What's your next goal? What are we starting together? And that had almost been missing for me, but it is definitely something I'm present to when I'm like, wow, that's where I get my strength. That's where I want to start. I have my personal goals, but I have goals that I want to have them succeed at. So.
Awesome. Thanks, Hilda. Thanks for stepping up, for being called out.
Oh, thank you.
Oh, yeah. Michael, did you want to say something?
Yeah, I just want to say one last thing. The context of Start Strong is bigger than just 2017 for me. Yes, start strong this year for 2017, but it's starting strong of a new way of being, starting strong of the new life of doing what you want, doing the things that you really feel called to do or you're inspired to do. So it's start strong for 2017, but start strong for yourself for the rest of your life.
Boom. You guys, everything everyone is saying, steal a little bit of each. It's so good. So Lindsay, would you cap us off with the Start Strong as to some of the logistics, some of the promoting about it, and things like that?
I would love to. And wanted to hear everyone else's, but, you know, for me, what Start Strong means, and I think, Michael, you really captured it, is I think in general, there tends to be a really strong start to the year. For most people, they have at least one good day, and then it goes off track somewhere. So I want our community to be the place where we remind people you can start strong any moment of the day. In the next moment when you oops, went off track, because life happens and people do, remind people you can start strong at any moment. This just doesn't just mean you have a great January and then February and March just go down the drain. I want our conversation to be one of, people really have no idea how great their body is supposed to feel. And the way they reconnect with that is by starting strong every day, every moment of the day. But whatever you heard tonight that resonated with you, like Jocelyn said, feel free to steal it. Feel free to plagiarize. This is one place in life where that is encouraged, because getting clear about what this means to you is at the heart of successfully promoting. Not just telling someone about something, but actually promoting it from the heart and connecting it with what's going on in their life such that they can see themselves in it. So we're going to talk a lot more about that tonight. But you know, just like our other challenges, Start Strong is going to be run out of our Facebook community. So you want to make sure people are plugged into that, and make sure when you're promoting it, you are promoting the value in that community. I want everyone just to get really present to this for a second. In that community, we have about almost 3,500 members, of which a good percentage are medical professionals, naturopathic doctors. Do you guys realize we have a brain surgeon on our team? I mean, I don't know where else you can go and interact with a brain surgeon and hear about why he loves Isagenix and its benefit for the body and the brain. We have chiropractors, we have naturopathic physicians, we have fitness professionals. So I think you're starting to get the gist. This is not just a community to talk about Isagenix. These people have their back. And so when I talk to people about what they're joining, I talk about all the added value. And then I talk about how people in that group create recipes, meal plans, workouts. These things, if you are paying a personal trainer, or if you are paying someone to provide for you, would cost hundreds, if not thousands of dollars. And you know what I tell people? We love that we get to provide all this extra value for free, because we want people to have the best results. So if you're not sharing about that already, that is definitely something to be including when you're creating with people what Start Strong really is. So when we say we have the support and the accountability, it's not just any people supporting you. It's people who really, really know their stuff, including all of you, even if you don't have, doctor letters next to your name. You have your own unique story, and yours might be the exact story that someone else's friend, maybe Jocelyn's going to have a friend who completely relates to where Liz is at, or where Kathy is at, etc. Okay, so I know we're going to talk about some of the other promotions in a bit. Joss, was there anything specific you wanted me to mention about Start Strong?
I think, resources that we'll have. I want to share my screen really quick, because not that you have to use this again, but let me go over here. We created it, and we'll share this, a bunch of photos. Again, this is optional. You can create your own, but we know everyone's up to a lot of stuff. So we've created flyers. Here's a flyer you can post. We created some before and afters with the Start Strong, or in different motivational words, choose your goal, some positive quotes, or just words to build interest. What else? Yeah, lots of like quotables and things like that, all branded. Like we kind of picked like gold, gray, and white, the benefits. So you could post something like remove bloat. So you can go through all of these. These are available to you guys. And Eva made a funny one here, all in with a arm sign. And then I created a video, because here's the thing, Facebook, and we'll talk more about promoting the art of it. We'll shoot it back to Lindsay to do that. But Facebook loves videos. Like, the algorithm will put videos up above anything else. So I won't play the whole thing right now, but I made a video with music. Real quick, I'll do a couple seconds. A shot in the dark, a past, lost in space. Where do I start? The past, the chase. So I won't play it all, but pretty cool, huh? Yay! Okay, cool. So that Dropbox will be available to everyone. And then really, yeah, we'll go back to Lindsay, but just everyone commenting on each other's like crazy. Like if you see any of us posting something, like we just got to support each other. And because that will show the support. People will be like, wow, that group is up to something. So Lindsay, do you want to talk more about the art of promotion? Like when do we start promoting and the frequency and things like that?
Yeah, first of all, is that resource of having all those pre-made images and the video, is that not incredible? Amazing. And thank you so much, Jocelyn and Aaron, for spearheading that. I wanted to say something. This thought came to mind, and then I'll talk about the promotion side of it. When Jocelyn mentioned that video right now is one of the things on Facebook that's getting the most attention. So again, if we're thinking about this, I think one key is to start remembering this is your business. This isn't, and I think separating it from being a personal thing or what are people going to think about us is a really powerful step in successfully promoting something, not selling, not coming off as maybe some of those people on Facebook we want to turn off the notifications for. But if you are treating this as a business, and if Facebook is telling you we're going to give the most visibility, you're going to be able to help the most people, reach the most people with video, I have a challenge for everyone. In the next week, I want you to come up with just a short little outline. When I do Facebook Lives, I like to have just a little outline to kind of keep my thoughts on track. I challenge each of you to do a Facebook Live on your page, yes, where everyone can see. And it can be as simple as sharing, I am so excited to start my new year off strong. And here's what Start Strong means to me. It's an amazing group that I'm a part of, and I'm putting my goal out there for everyone to hear. And I want to know, how can I contribute to you? It could be 5 minutes long, just sharing what Start Strong means to you, and asking, your Facebook community, hey, how can I contribute to you? Right? Just genuine from the heart, not selling anything, just sharing your heart and part of your journey. You will have more views on that than if you post a safe stock photo, which I want you to use those as well. But Facebook Live is where it's at. If you're more comfortable just starting with one in Stronger Together and then also do one on your Facebook page, that's okay. You can practice on Stronger Together. But that will, number one, I think it hits on a couple points that we're going to talk about here in terms of promotion, and I'm going to have Jocelyn chime in on this too. Number one, authenticity. Nowadays, people's BS meters are super sensitive. So share authentically. And you can tell the difference between when you read a post on Facebook that rings authentic and one that doesn't. So sometimes if you're copying and pasting someone else's post, that's okay to do. And once in a while, it's totally okay to borrow. Like I said, when we want to support each other. But you want it to also be authentic for your voice. Don't be afraid to be a little vulnerable and share something that is, and I want to give you like concrete examples so this is clear, right? It could be, hey, you know what? I struggled with this in the past. But this year, I realized, within our community, I can start strong every single day, every single moment, right? Sharing your why, kind of what this means to you in a more authentic way, rather than just free shipping this week, PM me now. Those are okay, but people want to get to know you. And I think sometimes that's the hardest part. For me, that was the hardest part of starting to treat this like a business, is realizing that I am the brand. Isagenix is not the brand I am. People want to know why I'm doing this, and they want to know why you are. So I'm curious, who is willing to take on that little challenge of doing a Facebook Live in the next week? Okay. And if you're not sure yet, that's okay. I don't want you to say yes just because everyone else is. That's okay. But just know that it might be the biggest breakthrough for you and your business. Just doing that, doing something that's uncomfortable and putting yourself out there. So the other thing is the time to be promoting this, and promoting, again, we're going to distinguish it as we go, is now. So when I think about promoting is building a story, right? So it's one thing the day after Christmas to say, okay, New Year's resolutions, let's go, let's get you started. That's going to have some success because people are ready, they're watching. But you know what people respond to even more? When you start to build a story consistently, and hey, the time we have is now, starting now. So are you traveling for the holidays? Show yourself in the airport having your healthy fast food, right? Having a shake instead of, have the McDonald's arches in the background, right? Show yourself working out or squeezing in, even if it's an at-home workout. Just snap a quick sweaty picture of yourself. Show people how you're living your life and start building up to what you're going to reveal after Christmas. If you're 0 dark 30 during the holidays because it's busy, and then you jump on Facebook December 26th and it's, we're going to do Start Strong, this is going to be great, it'll have less impact than if you build the story now. And probably the best advice I've ever heard, because, and then we're going to touch on both how to share with text messaging and phone. Maybe Joss, I'll have you cover on that part, because this is mostly social media. But for social media, you want to think of it like your social media is your own reality show. So is your show airing regularly? Do people know, again, you don't have to show everything about your life, but are you giving people a glimpse into the real authentic you? And is it something people want to watch? Are you inspiring? Are you funny? Are you just, be yourself, whatever version of that you are, but you want to start now because you're building the brand as you go. And then people are going to be watching you. They may not reach out until after the first of the year or late December, but they are watching now. So that's how to leverage your social media, more the attraction marketing. But the cool thing is, with a challenge like Start Strong and Leaders Rising, everything else we have going on right now, it is the time you can reach out and be bold and just connect with people about what it is that we're doing directly. So Joss, do you want to touch on that side of it?
Yeah, and if I could just hit one more thing about social media as well, is there's a guy named Gary Vee. He's a famous social marketer, and he talks about, he says, jab, 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 hook. Like the boxing term, right? Jab, 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 hook. So social media, like Lindsay said, dripping in your story, and then every 3 or 4 posts, then doing something really direct. So it's story, 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 direct invitation. Story, 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 direct invitation. And so you could do quotes, just that intrigue. Now I'm being really direct. Here's a before and after. Before and afters are a direct, right? And you'd put their story, and you'd say, we're doing the Start Strong Challenge. Pick your date between this day, this day, this day. I also, really quickly, I don't like to sleep or watch TV, so I make resources when I'm bored. So I made a guide. Again, you guys can use this or not, but to go with some of the images, and I put here put your authenticity and everything, but I put some propositions of some promotion strategies, so that it's not all the hooks. It can be jab, 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 hook. And you'd be putting in your own words as well, but just some examples of the timeline of what you might do. And there's a Facebook Live even proposed on there as well. Because people are getting warmed up. So it's kind of playing in with the emotion and the energy of what people are in. So I'll share that with you guys. And then going back to what Lindsay wanted me to share about was in promotion phase, it is so good to also use that energy to massively reach out to people. And I don't mean massively to anyone and everyone. Again, we're doing spirit guided or intentionally guided to who you want to be partnered with. But to be able to be direct with people. Like, you don't need to call someone up and do the catch up and then bring something up. You can directly call someone and say, hey, I called you to tell you about something called the Start Strong Challenge. People respect that just truth. They would rather have you just be straightforward and hear you say, I called you for this reason, than catch up for 10 minutes and then be like, well, the real reason I called is because of this. So we have had some of our biggest enrollments months have been when we just directly call people up and just say, I called you exactly to tell you about this challenge. Get straight to it. Same thing with text message. I texted, I'll give you an example, a gal that earlier today, because I'm starting to prep people, getting ready for it, letting them know, even if they're not ready to start this week, what's coming up next week. And I said, for example, I said, like, hey girl, happy holidays. I want to reach out to you now before the holiday comes up. I'll be starting a challenge called the Start Strong Challenge. I said we'll be using a high vibe meal plan and integrating in Isagenix nutrition solutions. So I'm direct with people. I've gotten to that comfort level though, right? So if you're not to that comfort level, you could say a nutrition plan. I'm just more straightforward with people. So you can language it that's authentic to you, but be straightforward and send them a picture. What's been really effective, people are so much into images now that send them one of the flyers in the text message. Like, I would send like the flyer about like the Start Strong Challenge, one of the ones we created. People are like visual, they can see it. Wow, how cool, it's professional. So use the momentum of promoting and really keeping yourself in action. And yeah, that's what I would say. And I'm going to let Aaron finish the rest with you, Linz, because I have a welcome call right now. So he'll finish.
Are you guys all good to hang in for just maybe 5 more minutes? We want to make sure everyone is clear. We're just going to keep hitting home on all that is available, because we know it's a lot and it's all great. And we don't want anyone to be confused. We want you just to be like locked in and excited. So we've got really kind of 3 things happening simultaneously. There's Start Strong. That's our community health and wellness, kick off the new year with a bang, right? Obviously we're starting our business strong as well. And to support with that, we have the Leaders Rising, the 6-week call series, Zoom call series, starting Wednesday, January 4th. And if you haven't already seen, the invites for each of those events are already loaded in Facebook. So go in there, look at the dates, and make sure to put those in your calendar now, just so nothing overlaps. Those are going to be incredible conversations with some unbelievable guest trainers. You obviously can watch the replay, but there will be nothing like being on these calls live. I tell you what, like, I haven't been this excited for something that we're doing as a team in a long, long time. So Leaders Rising is 6 weeks. It's additional support to help you kick off your new year in your business, have your business start strong, okay? And then something that's going to be happening, it's not a temporary promotion, but something we're going to really be focusing on as a team this year is going to be, we're going to focus on the basics of what really drives your business forward, which is going to executive, right? Building to executive. Now we know that's a step-by-step process. So bringing in new team members, new customers, helping them see the value in sharing with others, repeat. It really is that simple. So we thought, okay, what can we do? How can we invest back in the team and really create momentum and speed around, I'm talking like, my vision is to have Stronger Together, this team, have a culture of momentum, crazy momentum, where people rank advance fast, and they help their team members rank advance fast. There's a different energy to that than going the slow and steady route. And Eric Worre has this great quote. It might not be his, but I've heard him say it. Success loves speed. It is far easier to build your business with speed than going at it the slow and steady route. So we're going to use that exact name, Success Loves Speed. And every single month, you will have the chance to opt in and say, yes, I'm going for it. And what you're going for is to create 2 new consultants, 2 people who've never been consultant before that are personally enrolled to you. And you are putting your word, your intention that that is what you are going to produce in your business in that month. So we'll have Success Loves Speed for January, for February, for March. Everyone get that? So it's every single month you are out to create 2 or more new consultants. And here's the cool part. So we as leaders, Lisa, Jocelyn and Aaron, Elliot and I, Drew and Eva, we are investing like big time back into the team. There are some like ridiculous prizes. I'm not talking like just, like a little keychain. I don't know if we're staying with the prizes yet. You'll find out on January 1st, but it is like a ridiculously cool prize. So every single month that you create 2 new consultants, not only is your business growing, but everyone who does that earns this prize. So look out for that on January 1st. You're going to see what that prize is. And then in tandem, we really want to drive momentum and kick off Start Strong with a bang. So there's going to be another announcement. We're actually going to announce it on Christmas. Elliot and I are going to do it, so you just imagine we're probably going to be wearing like Christmas pajamas and Santa hats or something. But a special enrollment contest that's going to be launching. Like I said, we'll announce it on Christmas. You have the chance to win some other sweet prizes. But just watch for that. We want to give you little teasers of what's coming up so that you know and you can be prepared for it and be sharing with your team members. So Aaron, anything else you wanted to add before we wrap up?
Yeah, absolutely. And not to take more time, I want to talk about Leaders Rising. I want to just build a little bit about what that is. How many, first of all, have heard that this is a business that is actually personal development wrapped in a compensation plan? How many have heard that? How many have truly experienced that? And now you actively put yourself in development. How many are there? Why I ask that is because we know that you are leaders. All of us are leaders. And what this is about building ourselves. And how many of us have started to see and have that greatness that we know is in there start to seep out, right? That's what this is about. This is about having that greatness that's in each of us start to come through our own individual expression of that. And Leaders Rising is going to be that. We've invited guests. I'm only going to give you the first one, but I just want to share the shift that's happening, right? And it's being felt by everyone. Stronger Together is the shift is happening. It's happening now, and it's attracting people in. So for the first one on January 4th, Eric Coover is going to be on this call with us. So we're not just talking about, you hearing my voice again. I'm talking about Eric Coover, the founder's son, the vice president of field development, is jumping on with Stronger Together. Why? Because he can feel that the leaders are rising from this team, and that's who we are, as who we're meant to be. Thank goodness we can look and feel great and have a conversation wrapped up in it. But this is really to develop us as the people we were meant to be, and that's what Leaders Rising is about. And so really start to not only get ready for yourself, but start to pull your people forward that you know are leaders and bring them into this conversation, because that greatness is there for them, and this is going to pull that out of them too.
Like I said, hot. It's just hot. You have to wear oven mitts to handle it. It's too hot. Well, hey, that is all we have for tonight. We want to wrap up and allow you to get to your evening, but thank you guys so much for tuning in. This is the time to be pouring into your business. You put in the work now. 2017, specifically January, is going to rock your socks off. So let's really be intentional this week, even when we're with families, and I want everyone to enjoy that. Let's be intentional with planting those seeds, creating that story that's going to pay off once we really fully launch Start Strong. All right? Have a good night, guys. Love you.
Bye.
And Kathy, those are going to be, we'll share a link to a Dropbox folder for those images.
Okay.
Okay.
Have a Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.